Hey there, welcome to your Technology Thursday Challenge. Today we are going to be using our drawing tools to create these flowers. Now I'm going to be using Pages on a Mac to create my flowers. If you have Word at home, you also have a drawing tool. In Word, you will go to your shapes and then to the scribble tool. Now, I've never used it in Word before, so I cannot say for sure that it works the same as mine, but from the videos I watched, it looks very similar to Pages on a Mac. So here we go. In Pages, I chose a blank document to create my flowers, and I'm just going to keep my flowers up on the side, though you can print it out if it's easier for you. I'm going to go up to my shapes, and then my little pen tool, which is in the right-hand corner. I'm going to start by making the stem for my flowers. I'm going to just draw a straight diagonal line. And then I'm going to pull on the center of it to kind of make my bend shape. Now, most of my classes have used this drawing tool before, so you should be pretty familiar with it. I'm going to go over to my line stroke under my toolbar, and I'm going to change it. Now, you can change it to whatever you want. It is totally up to you. There's all these different options here. And then to the right of the line where it says 8 point is the thickness of it. So you change your line to whatever you want. If you would like to change the thickness of it, you can as well. Now, your drawing does not have to look identical to the inspiration flower drawing that we're using. So it's okay if it's a little different. Don't stress out over that. Alright, so next I'm going to start making my the little lines that you can see on the stem of the flowers. So you can start wherever you want. I'll start at the top, and I'm just going to draw a line down to the stem. Click. And then I'm going to bend it. However you want to bend it. Again, it doesn't have to look just like the picture. And you double click to end the line. Remember, you have to double click to end your line. Then I'm going to go over, I'm going to click back on my little stem, and I'm going to go over to my line stroke, and I'm going to change it. And that's a little too thick, so it's 8 point size, so I'm going to down the point size. I'll keep it around there. Looks pretty good. Now I'm going to go get my pen tool again. And I'm going to make my next stem for the flowers. So I'm trying my best to copy this picture, but if you want to put less flowers or more flowers, that's up to you. But I think it's fun to make mine look as close to the picture as possible. But that's just me. Everyone's different. So I'm going to bend this and change my line stroke again. Lessen the stroke point size. And go on to my next one. Shape. Pen tool. Draw my line. And bend it. Try to match, make it look natural. Double click to end the line. Change the stroke. Make it less thick. Back up to my shape tool. Get the pen. Draw my next line. Just a little bit below the other one. Bend it. End the line. Double click. Click, click. Change the stroke. Make it less thick with the point size. Back up to shape. Pen tool. Put my next one down from the bottom. Draw it out. bend it, double click to end the line, change the stroke. So you're just doing all the same steps here. There we go. I'm going to move this one up a little. It's kind of overlapping. I'm just going to use my arrows actually to move it a little. So I click on the line and use my arrows to move it. It's really the easiest way. Shape, pen tool, draw my last stem for the flower. The bottom. Click. Bend it. Kind of bends the other way a little bit. Double click to end the line. Click, click. Remember, Command Z on a Mac or Control Z if you ever mess up is really awesome. It undoes the last thing you did if you mess up. Okay. So I changed the stroke. I'm going to move this over just a bit with my arrows because it kind of overlapped the stem in a weird way. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and make these tiny little lines that are on my stem. So go ahead and just drag it out, bend it a little, double click the end of the line, change the stroke, make it thinner. And there we go. Now you can go to your shape tool and make all these little lines, but what I'm going to do to make it easier is I'm going to copy and paste them. Command C to copy, Command V to paste. And there we go. I just pasted another one. Just put it on my stem, put it right here, like that. On a PC, it's Control C to copy, Control V, V as in violin, to paste. And remember, the C and the V are right next to each other on your keyboard, so it's easy to find them. Okay, so I just pasted another one of these guys, put it on my branch. Pasted another one. Put it on my branch. Now I'm going to rotate this one. I'm going to go to Arrange and rotate it so it goes the other direction. Arrange and rotate. Drag it up to the stem. And just fix them a little. Click on it if I need to and move them with my arrows if I need to. Adjust all of the stems before I start the flowers. Move this guy over a little. Alright. One more maybe to add right here. They have an extra one on the long stem, on the main part of the stem for the flower. Rotate it a little so it's going in the right direction. And now we're going to start on our flowers. So you can start wherever you want to place your flowers. It's up to you. I'm going to Command A, select them all. So Command A selects everything, and then I'm going to move it all over. Mine was a little close to the edge. Yours might be fine. So again, that was Command A, and it selects everything, and then I used my arrows to move it over a little bit. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and start my first flower. So I'm going to go to my shape tool, and then I am going to get my pen tool and start creating my flower petals. Now I think the easiest way to do this is to draw a line down. It's half of my first flower petal. Then I'm going to start my next one. Draw a line up, straight line, bend it, draw a line down, bend it, and the reason I like this example is because the flowers aren't perfect, so don't worry, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just like kind of a sketch. So they don't have to be perfectly even. As Bob Ross says, there are no mistakes, just happy little accidents. So just keep making your petals. Remember, you can always adjust it. Go back and adjust it with all those little points. Okay, so I am on my 4th petal. Draw the line down, pull on the center, and then I'm going to finish this last petal, which is where I started, back to my starting point, and pull it out. And double click to end, and then change your stroke to whatever you want to use. You can make it less of a thickness. I'm just going to adjust this a little bit. Click back on it. Go to style. I'm going to make this a little thicker. All right. And there is my flower. So once you're finished, you can drag it where you want it to go on the stem. Now for the center of my flower, I need to use a circle. So I can either go up to my shapes and just get a circle, and then take the fill out of it, or I can draw one with my pen tool. So that's what it would look like, and that looked good. I'll just go ahead and use my pen tool just to show you how I will use my pen tool to do it. So you just kind of like how you made the petals, draw one side and then the other side, and there you go. There's your center of your flower. Go to style, change my stroke because I want the stroke to match, make it a little less thickness, and drag it up to the center of my flower. And once you've drawn your circle, you can change the size. You can up the size if you want just by pulling on it. Change the thickness, whatever you think looks best. Now at this point you have a couple of options. You can go up to your pen tool and draw the rest of your flowers just like you did the first one, or you can copy and paste the one you just drew, and that's what I'm going to do. Command C, then Command V. Here's my second flower. Command V. And again on a PC it's Control C, Control V. I'm just going to paste all these flowers in. Command C, Command V, Command V, and downsize this one a little bit because flowers aren't all the same size when they're on a plant. Command V, and then once I have them all copied and pasted, I can adjust the size to make some bigger and some smaller if I want. Move them on the stem wherever I want them to go. Adjust them a little, make this guy a little smaller. Move him over just a little bit, make him a little smaller. Move it over a bit. And there we go with those. There's all my flowers. Copy and paste, easy peasy. Now I'm going to do the same with that circle for the center. Command C, Command V, Command V, Command V, drag over, Command V, drag it to my flower, Command V, drag it down, Command V. There are all my circles. This is really starting to look nice. I can adjust the size of my circles if I want. You can make some bigger than others. It's totally up to you. So at this point, you could just leave it in black and white, print it out, give it to your little brother or sister to color it, or you can color it, or you can use your program to color it. So I'm going to go ahead and color mine in Pages. I'll make the center of my flowers orange and then the flowers red, and of course you can do whatever you want. Every flower could be a different color. It can be crazy colorful, or you can use all the same colors. I'm holding shift to select all of these circles at the same time. So shift, I'm holding shift. Again, I'll do this, I'll hold shift and then just click on these. And when you hold that, it's selecting all of them at the same time. Just saves you a little time. And then I'll color them all red. Now I'll click on my main stem. Holding shift, I'm selecting all of my little stems, even the little teeny ones. I'm still holding shift as I select all of these stems. Now I'm going to go over to my green color to color all of my stems. Click off to deselect, and then you have your finished flowers. I hope you guys had a great time making your flowers. I know I did. Please email me your flower if you'd like to. I'd love to see what you guys came up with. Bye!